Welcome to Plus Talk on Plus Life, where we're all about turning positive into a plus. Today, I speak with Valeria Rachinska from the HIV services group 100% Life in Ukraine. Valeria was recently featured in the IAS, International AIDS Society podcast, HIV Unmuted, in an episode focused on HIV services during the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Here's my chat with her.
First and foremost, how are you holding up?
Everything is okay here, more or less, in these circumstances, as okay as possible.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. So I want to talk to you about what your organization is doing, especially what it pertains to people living with HIV and the current situation in Ukraine. Tell me about 100% Life.
So 100% Life is charitable organizations that were created HIV positive patients for HIV positive people as well. And before war, we were doing procurement of HIV medications, and we were changing medical laws, and we were doing medical reform, and we were supporting with a psychosocial support program on HIV positive patients. We are working in prison with people living with HIV, with people with tuberculosis, sex workers, people who inject drugs, MSM, transgender community, in field of human rights, and different kind of programs. What changed for us when the war started? It just added us more activities. So we are buying food for our communities. We are organizing evacuation. We're supporting people with basic goods. We're trying to change a law according to the material laws that we have right now in our country. And of course, the first problem that we have and trying to solve now, it's procurement of antiretroviral medications, because now we have a stockouts of medication, because government procured medications has to be delivered in Ukraine in March. And now it's almost April, and no one expected the war from the government. And when the sky were closed, for us it means that no delivery for our country and no antiretroviral treatment for our communities.
So how difficult is it for you to be getting antiretroviral drugs to people in other parts of Ukraine right now who rely on these drugs to stay alive?
So it's problematical, because we have a few cities where it's bombing. It's really huge. So it's Kharkiv, Mariupol, Chernihiv, Sumy, where we have humanitarian catastrophe. And to deliver medications, these places, it's very hard, but it's possible still. But the problem is we have nothing to deliver. Even in more safe place, we cannot even give people medications for 3 months or 6 months to continue treatment, to make retention treatment, because have empty hands. Right now, PEPFAR already gave us money to procure medications for more than 200,000 patients, and thanks them a lot for them and for all the American people who paid their taxes for that. So, and it's already were procured and delivered in Poland. So right now we are care about logistics from Poland to Ukraine, and for the most hot spots, this is still problematical, how it will be delivered, not damaged, and then distributed in bombed city through the citizens, through our patients.
What is the reaction you're getting from people living with HIV who are in these sort of cut off parts of the country, who are not only dealing with a war, which is terrifying in itself, but also now face the real risk of not having their medicine? What is the messaging that you're hearing from them?
It's two different problems, not problems, but situations we have. Firstly, people who just internally displaced and stay in Ukraine, so they facing problems, because we cannot give them medications more than 2 weeks, 1 month maximum, because if we will give them 2 months, someone will stay without medications at all. And we're saying, guys, stay here, wait, please. And people cannot move in another direction, for example, to the village, or find a place, because they connected, linked with their medications. So we are praying for the faster delivery to solve the situation. And the second part, the second part of problem is people who traveling outside of Ukraine and they stay in European Union now. Firstly, some people, they don't apply even for medical aid and don't disclose their status because they are afraid that it will be deportation after this. And it's in European Union, it's not like this. So it's very tolerant laws, but our people, they don't know about it. So they're afraid to say, but a lot of them just trying to solve the situation through their ex-social workers from Ukraine. So right now we're making navigation inside Ukraine and outside Ukraine, telling people in Bulgaria, Poland, Moldova, all across European Union how they can reach a hospital and where they can take their medications. But another problem we're facing is the treatment regimes in between European Union and Ukraine pretty different. So right now we had big optimization and almost 80% of people living with HIV from Ukraine taken TLD. So, and this is generic. And TLD, it's not like European Union don't have such a storage of this kind of medications. So for our patients, if it's or switching of these medications from these medications to another scheme, or TLD of brand, but it's like a pretty expensive. And the problem is that, for example, if in some, I don't know, AIDS center in Poland, it was before maybe 100 patients, when 200 patients, newcomers come in, so this is problematical. They don't have literally anything to give as well, like in Ukraine. So, and now we are asking for donation, all the big pharma that can help us with TLD patent holder, so maybe they can cover this gap and just provide for Ukrainian refugees their medications.
So for everyday people like me sitting comfortably here in the United States, but who want to get involved and who want to help, and especially when it comes to people living with HIV, as someone myself living with HIV, you know, I sit here and you know, I think, what can I do? How can I help this situation in Ukraine? What advice do you have?
Firstly, of course, you know, as a citizen of United States, you already helped us a lot with your taxes, because PEPFAR, it's American taxpayers funded program, and we're already very grateful for you to all the US citizens who doing this for us. So the second, you can donate money, you can donate food. You can donate literally everything, because right now we have a problems in Ukraine. As before war, we were a biggest producer of food across the region, and you know, some high places even globally. So right now we have deficit of food. So World Food Programs, they will support us. They're trying to procure for us, and we do need everything, because Mariupol, 90% of the city destroyed, literally. It was 500,000 people living there before war. So people homeless, literally homeless on the street without anything, just in their clothes. Kharkiv, 15% of their households, their buildings are destroyed. Chernihiv, the same. And you know, if we go across like a Russian borders, everything that you're close, every city close to it, everywhere it's humanitarian disaster, everywhere it's the humanitarian catastrophe. So you can donate for civilians, and if you want to make a donation, especially for people living with HIV, you can donate to our organization. We will report for every single dollar, because we created for patients and we're working for patients. You can support Ukrainian army if you want us being very fast. You can buy medications, like any kind of anything that can stop blood, because it's lack of it.
Yeah,
So
and we'll make sure that we put up the link to your organization so that people watching this can reach out directly. Stay safe, and thank you for the amazing work that you folks are doing there at 100% Life. But we're sending you. I know it probably doesn't mean much to hear me say we're sending you our love and our prayers and our support, and we will absolutely put some information up on the website and put the link up on this interview on how people can donate, especially with our brothers and sisters who are living through a war on top of living with HIV.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support, and God bless you. Your help is really priceless in any terms. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's going to do it for this episode of Plus Talk. Now, if you're interested in helping Valeria's group 100% Life, or you just want to know how you can help those in Ukraine currently during the ongoing conflict, visit our website, pluslifemedia.com. And be sure to follow us across social media platforms. We are at Plus Life Media. Until next time, stay safe, take care of one another. We'll see you soon.